Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across Raider Nation and beyond, buckle up because we've got a story brewing in the silver and black that's got more twists than a late-game 2-minute drill. Imagine this, the greatest quarterback to ever lace him up, Tom Brady, not just calling plays from the booth, but whispering wisdom straight into the ears of the Las Vegas Raiders brain trust. Is the GOAT turning the desert into a dynasty? Stick around as we unpack this electrifying development that's got everyone from Oakland diehards to Vegas newcomers buzzing. Let's start with the headlines fresh off the field. In a post-game presser that had the media room humming, Raiders head coach Pete Carroll set the record straight on his chats with minority owner Tom Brady. Now, for those tuning in who might have missed the Monday Night Football showdown, the Raiders fell short against their AFC West rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, 20-9, in a gritty battle under the lights at Allegiant Stadium. But amid the sting of that loss, Carroll dropped a bombshell about Brady's involvement. ESPN's broadcast crew let slip that the 7-time Super Bowl champ is in regular huddles with offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, breaking down film and tweaking game plans multiple times a week. Carroll, he chuckled it off, saying, "That's not accurate. We have conversations. I talk to Tom, Chip talks to Tom. Regularly. We're lucky to have him as an owner." Folks, this isn't just chit-chat over coffee. It's the kind of insight that could flip the script on a season that's already off to a rocky 0-1 start. Diving deeper into this, let's talk about what this means for the Raiders. Pete Carroll, the evergreen coaching legend who brought the Seahawks to glory with that Legion of Boom defense back in the day, took the reins in Las Vegas last offseason. At 73 years young, Carroll's bringing that same infectious energy to the Raiders, a team that's been hungry for stability since their big move from Oakland to Sin City in 2020. Remember that relocation? It was a seismic shift, leaving the historic Oakland Coliseum, where the Raiders built their pirate ship legacy through the 70s and 80s with icons like Marcus Allen dashing for Super Bowl XVIII glory and Howie Long anchoring a defensive line that terrorized quarterbacks. Now, under the shimmering dome of Allegiant Stadium, with its torchlit entrances and that wild crowd roaring like a silver and black tsunami, the Raiders are blending old-school grit with new-era flash. And entering the fray? Tom Brady, approved as a minority owner in October 2024, right after hanging up his cleats. Brady's not just a name on the deed, he's a walking, talking Rolodex of football genius. Picture this scene from Monday night. Brady, decked out in Raiders gear, perched in the coaching box with a headset on, eyes glued to the Jumbotron as the Chargers defense stuffed another Raiders drive. It's like having a seventh sense in the room. Carroll emphasized that these talks cover everything: life, football, you name it. But Brady's insights? They're gold. "We all get along well, we respect each other," Carroll said. And why wouldn't they? Brady's resume reads like a highlight reel. 7 rings, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, and a pocket presence that turned the Patriots into a dynasty and the Buccaneers into contenders. For Chip Kelly, the OC who's all about that high-tempo spread offense, think quick passes, misdirection runs, and stretching the field horizontally, Brady's input could be the secret sauce. Kelly, who cut his teeth at Oregon with those blur-fast attacks, has been adapting to the pros, and now with Brady's precision-passing mind in the mix, imagine the tweaks to protect young guns like, say, a rookie QB stepping in if injuries hit, or veterans like Devontae Adams torching secondaries with those laser routes. But hold on, there's a catch. NFL rules are keeping things above board. As part of Brady's gig with Fox Sports, where he's climbing the broadcast ladder faster than a deep post, league owners greenlit some lighter restrictions. He can join production meetings with coaches and players, but only remotely. No sideline strolls or practice field cameos. It's all Zoom calls and film sessions from afar, ensuring no competitive edge bleeds into his analyst role. Smart move by the league, right? Keeps the integrity intact while letting a legend like Brady flex his brainpower. And get this, Brady's schedule is syncing up perfectly with the Raiders' slate. This past weekend, he was in Kansas City calling the Super Bowl 57 rematch between the Chiefs and Eagles, 2 beasts the Raiders will tangle with later this season. Talk about reconnaissance. Week 1, he broke down the Giants-Commanders clash, and wouldn't you know it, the Raiders head to Washington on Sunday for a revenge spot against that same Commanders squad. Then, next week in Vegas, it's the Bears coming to town, right after Brady broadcasts Cowboys-Bears on Sunday. Coincidence? Or is Brady subtly scouting the Raiders' foes? The man's a chess master on and off the field. Now, let's zoom out for some in-depth analysis because Raider Nation deserves the full breakdown. That 20-9 loss to the Chargers? Ouch, but it's a classic AFC West bloodbath. The Chargers, under Jim Harbaugh's iron-fisted regime, came in swinging with a ground-and-pound attack led by that bulldozer running back J.K. Dobbins, who gashed the Raiders' front seven for over 120 yards. On the flip side, the Silver and Black's defense, spearheaded by Max Crosby, the edge rusher who's become the heir to Howie Long's throne with his relentless motor, held firm, sacking Justin Herbert 3 times and forcing a couple of turnovers. Crosby's stat line: 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Guy's a beast, finishing top 5 in the league last year with 14.5 sacks. But offensively, it was sputtering. Chip Kelly's crew managed just 280 total yards, with too many 3-and-outs and a red zone fumble that killed momentum. If Brady's chats with Kelly are sharpening that film review, expect adjustments. More play action to free up Adams, who's already got that chemistry brewing with whoever's under center. Maybe Aiden O'Connell stepping up, or a trade acquisition heating rumors. Historically, the Raiders thrive on these underdog narratives. Think back to the holy roller play in '78 against the Chargers, Ken Stabler's fumbled forward pass that bounced into a touchdown frenzy. Or the tuck rule game in the snow against the Pats, where Brady learned a lesson the hard way. The AFC West. It's a viper's nest, the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes' wizardry, the Chargers reloading with Harbaugh's college flair, the Broncos trying to reboot post-Russell Wilson. The Raiders' move to Vegas was meant to ignite a new era, but with a 6-11 record last season, they need that spark. Stats-wise, since relocating, they've averaged 7.5 wins, but their defense ranks top 10 in points allowed at home. With Brady's ownership stake, minority, sure, but influential, could this be the boost? Expert takes. Hypothetically, if you cornered Bill Belichick at a bar, he'd probably grunt, "Brady's always 3 steps ahead." And fans? Oh, they're fired up. Imagine a Raider loyalist in the Black Hole tailgate, Tom Brady owning us? That's like adding rocket fuel to the pirate ship. Let's sprinkle in some fictional flair here, as if we're cutting to a quick interview vignette. Picture me ringside with Max Crosby post-practice. "Max, what's it like knowing the GOAT's in your corner?" Crosby, sweat dripping, that signature intensity. "Man, Tom's the blueprint. We're talking edge rushes, coverage schemes. He sees angles I didn't even know existed. It's motivating, pushes us to elevate." Or head to the sidelines for a Chip Kelly soundbite. "Tom's been texting me breakdowns at midnight. Says, 'Chip, loosen the reins on those screens.' He's right, it's game-changing." And from a fan in the stands? Raider Nation's global now, from Oakland to Vegas. Brady. He's the king making us contenders again. Looking ahead, the implications are massive. This Sunday's trip to Washington could be a bounce-back bonanza. The Commanders, with their young secondary, might struggle against Adams' veteran savvy, projected stat line: 8 catches, 120 yards, maybe a score. Win there, and momentum builds toward that Bears home tilt, where Allegiance energy could drown out Caleb Williams' rookie jitters. Playoffs. The Raiders were on the fringes last year, with Carroll's schemes, Crosby's disruption, and Brady's shadow guidance, a wild card spots in play. Draft implications. If they climb to 9-8, it's mid-round picks to bolster the O-line. But falter, and we're eyeing top 15 for a stud tackle. Predictions. I see the Raiders splitting their next 2, getting to 2-2, and using that Chiefs rivalry, remember Super Bowl IV's upset, as fuel for a late surge. The desert's hot, but Raider Nation's hotter. Folks, the Las Vegas Raiders aren't just a team. They're a movement, a legacy etched in silver and black, from Al Davis's rebel yell to today's hard-knock warriors. With Tom Brady in the mix, Pete Carroll calling shots, and that unbreakable Raider spirit, the AFC West is on notice. Tune in Sunday. Watch the Silver and Black strike back against the Commanders. Follow along here on the channel for every snap, every storyline, because in football, anything's possible. This is your Raiders Report. Stay committed, stay passionate. Just win, baby.